arriving, feel free to put flowers in the vases and get tasty treats. There are bagels, there's some quiche, there's all kinds of good stuff back there. Feel free to get yourself something wonderful to enjoy while we do this. If you're just coming in, feel free to help yourself to some of the food that's on the back table. There's things that are warm, so help yourselves to that while they're still warm. One more. Do one more. If you're just arriving, feel free to help yourself. We're giving people a few more minutes this morning. If you're just arriving, there's plenty of food in the back. If you're just arriving, feel free to help yourself to the food that's still warm on the back table, and we'll start in just a minute.
Good morning. Welcome to Westside Unitarian Universalist Church, where everyone is welcome, no matter where you come from or how it is that you got here. And especially welcome to anyone who is watching virtually, either now or in the future. You are just as much a part of this community as everyone here. And welcome to Flower Communion, if this is your first one, or your 20th one, or your however many we've done.
Some people might be their 35th.
Only my second, 35th, potentially. So it's great. I love Flower Communion. This is only the second one I've been to, but it's very meaningful to me now as well. So I hope if it is your first one, you get that meaning out of it that everyone does, that meaning of community and coming together. We have just a couple announcements. There's more in your order of service, but two we want to highlight is next Sunday before church on April 12th, Caring Connections is going to meet, or it's like an introductory meeting. Caring Connections is a new committee that's like checking up on members of our community, making sure they're okay. It's just seeing how they're doing, and also like maybe you need a ride, someone needs a ride to a doctor's appointment or needs help going to the store, things like that. Taking care of your community. If you would like to know more about it, we're meeting 10:15 to 10:30 before church next week. And also Earth Church, we are having our meeting here on April 26th at 2 p.m. All right.
Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see you all. I'm Reverend Carol Bodeau. I may not have met you yet. It's wonderful to see new faces. I'm Reverend Carol Bodeau. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am privileged to serve here as minister. It's a special day, so happy Easter to everyone who celebrates Easter, and happy spring, and welcome to our Flower Communion. Flower Communion is is a celebration of the beauty that is created when we come together as community and bring our unique, original, individual selves into this collective gathering. I want to let our virtual attendees know that you too can participate in Flower Communion. So here's what I'm going to suggest to you. If you are with us virtually, what I would say to you is, during one of the songs or whenever you feel like it, go find yourself a flower or two and bring it where you are with the virtual community. And during the flower communion that we'll be doing in this room, what I want to encourage you to do if you are with us virtually is to share in the chat about what your flowers represent to you, what the gifts are you're bringing into the community, and what the things are that you need to take back. So you can participate. We do have a number of people who are with us every Sunday virtually, and we don't see them, but they're here. So everybody to do is look towards that camera that's back there. Everybody look towards the camera and wave. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're here. So at the beginning of our services, we invite a singing bowl to sound, and the purpose of that is to call us really present into this moment and into this room. So what I'm going to say to you today is something special, which is be fully present, but if you want to get up at any time and get a snack, go for it, because there's really good food back there. And enjoying it during the service is perfectly okay. So as I invite our bowl to sing to us this morning, what I want to invite you to do is to just find that place, maybe through taking a couple deep breaths, or maybe just by closing your eyes, or just listening. Find that place where it feels to you like you get to be yourself.
So every week we have our chalice lighting and typically a reading to go with it. Today's chalice lighting is a poem by Amy Zucker Morgenstern, taken from the UUA website. It is Within the Heart of the Flower. Within the heart of the flower, the fountain of beauty. Within the heart of community, a fire that warms and dances. Within the heart of each of us, a spark of the spirit of life. Holy, holy, holy. What's that?
I'm going to give Ryan a job. Our chalice needs more oil. So you all get to be like the fuel that keeps the chalice alive. Like vibe Ryan. So you have to take this out.
There we go.
Okay, everybody, woo, woo. Many things happen behind the scenes to make the magic go. Okay, so, in addition to our chalice, which will soon be glowing and aflame, in addition to our chalice, every week we light a couple of community candles. And these community candles represent joys, sorrows, the ups and downs of life in our larger community and in our world. So we're going to light those candles today for a couple of things that are important that have happened and that are about to happen in our community. And these are also related to our justice and generosity work. So I would like to tell you a little bit about a sorrow in our UU community, our larger UU community. Many of you attended No Kings marches recently. At the recent No Kings March in Memphis, there was a clash between some of the marshals, the protest marshals, and some of the law enforcement officers that were there. I don't know exactly what happened. I wasn't there. Of course, there are many stories. But what we do know is that some important people from the UU congregation in Memphis were injured in that clash. And so we are lighting our candle of concern today in support of our fellow UUs in Memphis who are feeling pretty jolted and upset and agitated. One of the members of one of the Memphis congregations was one of the marshals, one of the safety marshals who was injured in that event. So I'm gonna light that first. It takes a minute for the oil to go off the wick. And a really important thing to celebrate is the ways that our justice work makes a difference. You're gonna all have to go woo woo one more time to make sure it's working. Woo woo woo. Yay! Yay! Thank you, Ryan. So on April 25th, Westside is hosting a special event. It's a makers fair, a market that is being hosted by Akin. It's Allies of Knoxville's Immigrant Neighbors. Did I get that right, Charles? Allies of Knoxville's Immigrant Neighbors. It is an organization supporting immigrants in our local community, and this event is a fundraiser to support them. So this is going to be an awesome event. Let's see, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can show up. There's going to be, you know, things that you can purchase, clothing, art, baked goods, accessories. There's lots of vendors. And the proceeds will go to support Akin. I want to tell you that there are some important individuals associated with that organization who are currently being deported. And so the organization itself has been directly impacted by some of the things that are happening with our immigrant community. And so this is one of the ways that we as a community can support good work in supporting our neighbors. Our justice and generosity work is really important here. You know, you can always, if everybody who's in the room turns and looks towards the back wall, there's some boxes. There's 2 boxes there. There are always 2 boxes there. We do not pass the plate anymore, but we do have those boxes where you can make a donation, either using your phone and the QR code or putting cash or a check in one of those boxes that support the institution itself or our current Share the Plate partner. Starting this week, our partner is Knox Pride. So we are supporting Knox Pride starting this week through the rest of the spring into early summer quarter. So you can support them. And we will be celebrating Pride Month starting in June, right? So please, if you're able, come out on April 25th to support Akin in the important work they're doing. So today we are celebrating. I had this conversation with the spiritual practices group this morning, like, how do y'all feel about Easter? And it was like the whole room was a mix of Easter, spring, yay, Easter, yay. I don't know. It is true in a UU congregation that sort of the traditional Easter is not quite as commonly celebrated, but this is a time to celebrate rebirth and transformation. It's also a time when it's perfectly okay for kids to make lots of noise because we love kids and they're awesome. Yay? Yay! They can make as much noise as they need to because kids rock. Yes, show the baby. Show the baby. We love the baby. That is the whole point of it all. So we are a community where rebirth, in whatever ways you celebrate it, the vitality of life, the beauty of possibility, these things matter. These things matter no matter how we celebrate them. So the choir is going to, come on up, choir. We are going to sing a song, and we're going to hopefully get you to join in with us a little bit. So this is a song we've sung many times. Come in the middle, all the way down. All right. Judy, maybe you go on the other end because you're going to be close to me over there. All right, so this song is called Gaudeamus, Hodie. It means let us rejoice, let us celebrate, okay? The words are not complicated. Repeat after me, Gaudeamus, Hodie. That's it. See how complicated that is? Gaudeamus Hodie. Now, the musical part's a little more complicated. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sing it all the way through. Some of you have heard it before because we do it every year at Easter. So some of you can join in right away. We will sing all three parts all the way through. And then we're going to sing the three parts separately. Your job is to join in however you feel so inclined to do it. All right? So part of the trick of that song, first, is that you don't all have to know it all. Even if you didn't get the notes right or you just kind of stumbled in, it still made it louder and more resonant that everybody sang, or you tried, right? Right? So we all have different roles to play. We all have different parts to play. Part of the beauty of the flower communion is just recognizing that when we come together, we all have different roles, we all have different parts, we all have different gifts and talents, but they are all beautiful and contribute to the whole. So Easter is a celebration of the beauty of life. It's a celebration of things that are new, coming to be, and it's a celebration of our own potential for transformation. It's a symbol of the story of being reborn in whatever ways it is that you feel rebirth is possible. So I know that when I was a child, I grew up in a Christian family, and we told the story of Easter every year, which is a story about Jesus being reborn, resurrected from death. And some people in UU congregations, for many Christian UUs, this is a very important theological story. But even if you're not a Christian UU, the symbolism, the story of rebirth and possibility in the midst of darkness is really important. When I was a little kid, of course, some of the most important parts of the holiday involved bunnies, Easter eggs, chocolate. Anything else for anybody else that you got that was part of it? The dress, the what? Peeps. Actually, my son-in-law just cut his hair so he looks like he's a peep. Like we're like, you look like a peep today for Easter. That's so awesome. So peeps are, right? All the fun, the playing, the being outside, right? The going outside, the flowers, the dressing up. All of this is about brightening up. All of this is about waking up. The potential. It's hopeful. It's looking at the world in a hopeful way. So here's a question I have for all of you. Doesn't matter how old you are, because this is true for kids too. What hopes do you have? What is possible for you? What might be possible that you haven't yet done? So many times we have unrealized potential within us, right? We have things that we dream about doing or being or experiencing that we keep, they get put off, right? What is it in you that might want to wake up? Have you got dreams or desires that have been deferred? Maybe due to challenges in your life, or maybe due to the stress in our world, maybe due to uncertainty, right? Maybe because this is one of the things I love about Easter, right? It's all about the kids. It's all about kids running around and doing things and dressing up and showing up, right? How many of us had dreams that we held as kids that we thought we had to be quiet about? Or that we had to be more, they're not polite dreams, or they're not suitable dreams, they're not suitable possibilities. This is the time of year to wake up to possibility, to talk out loud in a room where you think you're supposed to be quiet, to make noise, to show up in your full colors. It's also the time of the year that we clear out our closets. Anybody doing spring cleaning besides me? Spring cleaning, right? Spring cleaning time. So what does that mean? Why do we, you could clean your closets in August. You could clean your closets in December. Why do we do it now? Because there's this feeling that it's time to let go of the old and wake up to the new. It's time for us to be cleaning out the closets of our imagination, dusting off hope, plans, dreams that have been set aside, and getting rid of ideas and patterns and objects and behaviors and expectations that aren't serving us anymore. When we clean out those outer spaces, we're also getting the cobwebs out of our inner spaces, bringing back beauty where dust has been accumulating. Does that make sense to anybody? Yep, right? So this time of year is a time when we think, okay, you know what? We got all excited for the Christmas holiday, the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays, right? Anybody else just kind of go into hibernation between December and April? Like, yeah. Just kind of like, okay, let the dust accumulate a little bit, and right? But this time of year, we're like, okay, it's time for a restart. And that's really the central message of the Easter holiday, that things can be born again, that things can be new. In the Christian tradition, one of the most important phrases that you'll hear around this time of year is, behold, I make all things new. I make all things new. So this is a time to make all things new. It's a time when that project that we've been deferring. We think to ourselves, anybody else feel that energy this time of year? Like, okay, this year I'm going to do it. I will put in the new flower bed, right? I will do that thing. This year I'm going to do it. So it is a time when we let hope and renewed energy and life come back. And yet, anybody else ever notice that sometimes we can have that for a day, but it's kind of tricky to sustain? It can be tricky to sustain that energy. How many of us have projects or ideas or hopes or dreams that we've been deferring for a really long time, right? The unwritten book, the unlearned second language, the unpracticed hobby. How many of you have a few incomplete projects lying around your house? Anybody besides me got incomplete projects laying around the house? So the thing is this energy of rebirth and renewal is awesome and fun and feels great, but we need help to sustain it, right? Dreams of a better future, of making something beautiful happen, can take more than just ourselves to sustain them. That is certainly true in our global community, right? That's where our justice and generosity work comes in. There has to be a collective effort to transform things from darkness to light. It's true in a personal way, too, right? That sometimes in our personal lives, we really want to start that new, exercise regime, but it's really easier with a couple other people who want to do it with us. Or we really want to learn a new hobby. Morgan, raise your hand with your crocheting. Morgan is currently crocheting. Morgan has a whole group of people who are like, yeah, I've always wanted to learn to crochet, and is actually going to be doing a class from our auction for people who want to learn to crochet together, because the chances of picking up the crochet needles by yourself at home, if you've never done it, are a lot smaller than if you do it with someone else or with a group of people. So every year we get this wave of energy for renewal, for hope, for possibility. But what helps us actualize that hope and that possibility is other people sharing our hopes and dreams and showing up with us, making it something that we do together. So that's what the Flower Communion is about. That's what this is about. This is about how when we are together, we can do more and make things happen more beautifully than if we were all alone. So I brought some lovely azaleas from my azalea bush this morning. But I didn't have all this. I couldn't have possibly manufactured this arrangement of flowers by myself. I couldn't have possibly done it, right? We are here in community to add all our gifts together. We're here to help one another learn new things. We're here to challenge our limitations, to encourage courageous growth, to hold one another up when things get hard. Each person comes here with a set of gifts. Things that you are already good at, things that you already know, things that you've already done and experienced, and things that you already have to offer. Each person comes here with challenges and limitations. Things we're not good at, things we don't know how to do, things that we struggle with, things that are being hard for us in our life. Every one of us comes into this room and to this virtual space with challenges and difficulties and limitations. And every one of us comes here with hope for possibility, with ideas and dreams that we want to see make manifest. And these things, when we come into this room together, change as we interact together. Just like your individual flowers change when they become part of this bigger bouquet. I want you to think for just a second, whether you're here in the room or with us virtually, what are the gifts that you bring to community? What is it that's easy for you to share? And I want to caution you here not to think about what you think you should share. What is it easy for you to share? What comes naturally to you? What brings you joy and life and fuels you and fills you up when you share it? What are those things for you? Just take a second with that. And what are the challenges you bring in this room? What are the limitations? The things that are hard? Things you don't know how to do? Things you might be scared to admit you're struggling with? That's another really important caveat. If you come in community with things you struggle with and you don't tell us you're struggling, we can't help you with them. We can't support you. So what is it that is a challenge or a difficulty or a struggle or a limitation that this community might support you with? And finally, what do you dream of? What are you wishing for, personally, collectively, globally? What is it that you want to see made manifest in the world? Somehow, what happens when we come together is that we're more than the sum of our parts. We have the ability in community to face challenges that we didn't think we could face alone. We have the ability to offer gifts in ways that surprise us. And we have the ability to build and create and make happen things that by ourselves we couldn't possibly make happen. So here's how this flower communion works. These flowers represent the individuals coming together in this community. So maybe you didn't bring any, and that is really okay. Because some days you come in the room and you got nothing to give. Just like potluck, there's always more than enough. Because maybe, like me, you thought you were going to bring some more flowers than you brought because there were trees down in the road on my way to church this morning, and I had to spend an extra 20 minutes finding my way around a difficulty. So I didn't bring as much as I thought I was going to bring. Maybe you came today empty-handed because you didn't even know. Maybe you came today and it was a day where you had a lot to give and you brought tons of flowers, right? So there's always more than enough when we're in community. So that's what this represents. So what we're going to do, I'm going to invite Sandra to go to the piano. And Sandra's going to play some just background music for us, beautiful music. And what I want to invite you to do is come up to the table and take a flower or two different than the one you brought. Because if you came here and you just came in with what you brought and you left with what you brought and there was no exchange, there wouldn't be much point, right? So be curious. Think about which flower or flowers calls you to it. Which thing are you drawn to? Maybe you'll be surprised. So there's more than enough. If there's someone that you know is at home who might need a flower that you want to take a flower to, take a spare. So as Sandra plays music, we participate in receiving from others just as we give. So go ahead, Sandra. There's a lot of flowers left on that table. So Sandra's going to keep playing, and I'm going to say to you, if you don't have a flower yet, you need to come get one. And if you've already got one and you want some more, please be bold, because the idea is not to leave all the flowers up there. It's to actually take them. Maybe you have someone in your life that you would like to take a bouquet to on your way home. If you need to make a bouquet for someone that could use it, this is a great time to do it. Thank you. Ryan, I have a request for you. Please make a bouquet for Brad and take it to him. Is there anyone in the room who doesn't have a flower who would like one brought to you? Stick your hand in the air. I've just assigned Ryan, our worship associate, to deliver a bouquet to our tech person, our office manager, hiding in the back behind the curtain, Brad. So we're delivering flowers to Brad now. Is there anybody else that needs flowers delivered to them? Chloe, you need some flowers. Anna, you need some flowers. Come get them. Chloe, take a couple back to Anna, please, when you go. I see some brave people going like, oh, there's still some left. I really do want another one. If you really want another one, go get another one. Notice how much is still left. This is the UU version of loaves and fishes, everybody. There's a ton of flowers left. You can get some more. You need a flower too. Come get some flowers. Come on. Come on. Michelle, have you gotten your flowers yet? So the great thing about the empty vases is they're ready to be filled again. Keep coming. You're welcome to keep coming. I'm going to talk for a minute, but you can keep coming.
Do you want to say that when the time is right, you want me to send that to you, or do you want me to say it?
Ah, okay.
I'm going to do it on the inside.
Okay. I'm going to announce it right now. want to do it right now? Or do you want to do it after? Okay. Okay. Babies and toddlers first. How about if I just have them meet you in the hallway? Okay, right after the service. Okay. All right, anybody else? So what I love about this communion I love this, is that you're all talking so much to each other. If you're with us virtually, I hope that you're sharing in the chat as we close out this part of our service. I hope you're sharing in the chat how this is important to you, what this community means to you, what the flowers mean to you. Watching this, here's what I love about this. I love that the actual communion that happens is that everybody stops looking at me and starts looking at each other. Y'all start looking at each other. Thank you, Sandra. Let's give Aunt Sandra a round of applause. I was standing up here watching this, seeing that the flower communion created this moment of incredible communion in the room. People handing flowers to each other, people talking about their flowers, people laughing, people loving the little kids in the room, people smiling, chatting with each other. That's communion. That's communion. The flowers just represent all the things that can happen when we come together and when we're brave enough to contribute something. And when we're brave enough to receive something, because it takes courage to receive. It takes courage to receive. It takes courage to be vulnerable enough to receive. Especially if you know it might make you sneeze. Anybody ever come into a community and got some input that made you sneeze? Metaphorically speaking? Yeah. So this is a place, and look at, there's still flowers left, even after I've been goading you, like, get more, get more, get more. There's still more, there's still enough. And the vases that are empty are just waiting to be filled, right? We've just made space for more generosity. So we're going to invite you to sing. So I don't think, Brad, we don't have the words for Rising. We have the words for Rising Green because Brad is a hero. A round of applause for Brad. So this is a song that we don't know very well, that we don't sing very much, but that's fun, and I thought it would be fun for you all to start to learn it. The choir is going to do our best to lead it. I'm going to do my best to play the piano part, and I want you all to just sing along. Those teal books that are next to you, some of you can look at that if you want. I believe it's number 1068 if you happen to read music, but it's also, the words are also up here. So you guys get in front of me here, and I'm going to go to the piano, and we're going to do this. Thank you. So I happen to know that you have voices. I just witnessed it. So this is your opportunity to add your voices to this song as we sing it. So part of newness is trying new things, even if you're not perfect at it the first time. Good job, everybody. So the last thing we want to do today is acknowledge people who have joined this congregation in the last few months. So a couple of times each year, we formally recognize new members who have joined Westside. And this is actually a formal process. So here's the way this works. If you're coming to Westside and you haven't signed the little red book, you're a friend. Woo! And friends are awesome, actually. Some people come to Westside for 20, 30 years and they remain friends. That is a personal choice. There is nothing wrong with that. So, and actually when we report who's in our community, when we report our numbers to our larger denomination for their logistical demographic stuff, we count all the friends too. Every friend counts. But there is a formal process by which people who want to actually join the congregation do so, and that gets you voting privileges. It also allows you to hold certain offices in the congregation. So if you want to be an officer in the board or do some other jobs, you actually have to join. So one of the ways we do this is we have an informational luncheon a couple times a year where people come and we talk about the congregation and what it's like and how it works and how things get done. And some people sign the book. Ryan, could you do me a favor and get the basket that's hiding under the flower table, please? The whole basket under the flower table. So, It's my Easter basket. So So this is people who have joined in the last few months. We want to acknowledge, this is people who've joined since, I think, July or August, maybe, of last year. So I'll show you the fancy little red book. This little red book starts at the very beginning of this congregation with the founding members on the Charter Sunday on May 3rd of 1987, and has the name of everyone who has joined this congregation since then. So we have had a number of people join in recent months. And I want to invite those people who are in the room right now to come forward. We have some gifts. Let's see, I'm going to say everybody's name whether they're here or not. So Eileen Wilhelm, I don't think Eileen's here today. Sherry Smith, who is the head of our Justice and Generosity team. Stefan Rigopoulos, come on up. Hey, Stefan. Thank you. Okay, so this and this. Thank you. So everybody's getting a little, don't go anywhere, just stay right there. Everybody's getting a candle, which is just a simple representation of our chalice and the warmth of the community and the light of the community. And then a gift they're not all the same. I've tried to custom design these specific, chosen things for everybody. Books or music or something, just to represent the community. Dina's not here. How about Denise? Denise Thompson. There you go. Poetry for you. And Stacy Howard. Poetry for you. And Bill and Sabina Benson. Got some meditation music to share. They get meditation music because I know they love that stuff. And Kathy Dimeo. I got you the really philosophical book. Okay. And Susan Hayner, who is here somewhere. I saw her. She's in the kitchen. Classic new person, doing work. Everybody here, this has been great. There you go. So let's give them all a round of applause. And a couple other people who have joined that are not here right now are Andrew Coffey, who actually is the membership coordinator who's off celebrating Easter with his aunt. And that's it. That's everybody that's in the last few months. So big round of applause to all of these people. So I want to invite the rest of you to stand up now. Whether you've joined or you're a friend or it's your first time here or your 45th time here or your 400th time here. And you can join hands with yourself if you like or with another person if you like. Oh my gosh. I have an important public service announcement that has just come in. Super important PSA that has just come in. I have just heard that the Easter Bunny has been here. And down the hallway has left things. So, if you want to help find the treasures that the Easter Bunny has left down the hallway, You can meet Linda at the door on your way out today. The youngest kids get to go first for our Easter egg hunt down the hall. We're doing it inside because weather was a little bit. The Easter Bunny said, "I'm sorry, my feet are wet and I'm tired of it." He said, "Could we do this inside, please?" And we said yes. So good call on the Easter Bunny's part, wanting to take care of his body, right? So the Easter Bunny has left this, and Linda will be at the door. So right after we're all done, you can meet Linda, and Linda will help you go find the Easter eggs. On this day, as our closing words, I want to share with you words from a new song that our choir is learning. It's a benediction. It's words for going out into the world. These are words from a song called Benediction by Eva Conley Kendrick. May you go out with your minds open. May you go out with your hearts full. May you carry the peace that you feel in this room through the spinning wheel of your days. And remember that this web of love extends as far as your hands can reach. So my friends, reach out. Reach out wherever you can. Go in peace, go in passion, go in joy and hope to be the manifestors of the world we dream of. Have a wonderful Easter, everyone.